Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our weekly Climate Dispatch. My name is Johanna Miller. I'm the Energy and Climate Program Director at the Vermont Natural Resources Council. We are here on this windy and lovely sunny Friday, day after Earth Day, with my colleague Lauren Hurl, Vermont Conservation Voters, and joined today, gratefully, by two very busy people, Senator Pearson and Representative Sarah Copeland Hanzas, the co-chairs of the Climate Solutions Caucus. We are looking forward to giving you a very quick update. There's so much moving and so much opportunity in this moment. A couple quick things for me, and then I'm going to turn it over to the stars of the show, Senator Pearson and Representative Copeland Hanzas. Few things related to the Climate Council. The Climate Council is meeting for its monthly meeting on Monday, and a big focus there, I just want to put on your radar, will be on the public engagement team that's been hired and the public engagement strategy that they're considering. Obviously, folks like you who have been deeply involved in the climate work are still needed in this endeavor. So tune in if you are able. Otherwise, we will be keeping you abreast of their plans and certainly the opportunities for you to engage there. But mostly this is a quick update to say happy Earth Day. I hope you all got out and celebrated it in the snow yesterday. But obviously there was a big announcement from President Biden sort of underscoring the federal government's commitment to the transition that we must make and all the opportunities we have in reducing our reliance on the planet warming fossil fuels that we are so reliant on in this moment. So big announcement from him. That's a great framework for us to continue to do this really critical work. And it also, I think, sets an important tone for the moment we are in related to the American Rescue Plan Act dollars and potentially ensuing infrastructure dollars coming into the state. That is an active conversation. Lauren's going to close it out with an overview of like where we are in this moment, but that is also an active conversation that our colleagues in the Climate Solutions Caucus have been grappling with in their important leadership roles and their connections to their communities. So Climate Solutions Caucus leadership team, I'll let you all take it away in terms of sort of let us know what you're thinking about and doing. Senator Pearson or Representative Copeland Hanzas, give us an update, and thank you for all you're doing.
Sure. Thank you, Joy. I guess I'll just jump in and say, you know, I noticed the timing of the Biden announcement. Obviously it was Earth Day, but the way it fits with our work here in Vermont is rather exciting to me. You know, thanks to your work and our work in the building last year, the Global Warming Solutions Act put us on this trajectory to come up with our own climate plan for Vermont to meet those Paris goals and beyond. And so in a way, I feel like we're going to be out in front of the federal government, that if they live up to this commitment, they will turn to us and say, you know, states, you got to implement this, and hopefully we'll be well down the road. In terms of our budget and how we're dealing with the ARPA money, the good news is there's broad agreement that we've got to set aside significant amounts of money to implement the plan. So the details are light because we don't have a plan, and but the commitment to large chunks of money, $100–200 million commitment out of the $1 billion of ARPA money is really promising. And of course, if we do it well, we'll help people save money on heat and transportation and be able to create jobs as we go. So I'm a little light on details because I don't sit on Senate Appropriations, but I'm proud to tell you that there does seem to be a clear commitment there. It's almost not even controversial at this point. That's a real sea change and a welcome one.
Yeah, and I guess I would just add to that you know, there have been so many years in the past where Senator Pearson and I have felt like we were sort of on the edge, you know, like putting forward all of these ideas that seemed so difficult or too bold or you know, just not well understood. And it's really exciting to be at this point in Vermont where now we're seeing this nexus of energy within the Climate Council and the subcommittees that are working on developing the plan. within our legislative arena, with a very active and vibrant Climate Solutions Caucus who are coming together in working groups as well as a whole, and really, trying to put ideas forward. And then also the opportunities for all of us to be reaching out to our neighbors and our communities and seeing the receptiveness of our neighbors in terms of helping to put forward suggestions and ideas for climate-related infrastructure investments that will benefit our communities and will really, make our state more resilient to climate change and climate disasters in the future. And so it's kind of fun to be at this moment where we're sort of in the middle of the show, where we've got a lot of alignment from our federal government as well as from our state government to get this done.
And I would just chime in to give people a flavor of what we're talking about. We're not really talking about, do we need to do weatherizing work? We're talking about, how in the world are we going to get the workforce together to do the scale of weatherization work that we need to? Similarly, in broadband build out, right, which is a climate infrastructure. So the premise when we passed the Global Warming Solutions Act was to orient state government around this vital goal. And governor, of course, vetoed it, had even threatened to take it to court. And now is suggesting we spend hundreds of millions of dollars. Like, it's really working, and it comes from the grassroots pressure that you guys have been so instrumental in bringing to the building. I mean, Sarah and I and many of our colleagues were there to work together with that outside pressure, but absent the youth and climate energy activists, none of this would have happened. And we've got a long way to go for sure, but the change of tone is dramatic.
Yeah, thank you both. It's really exciting. I think, this is the kind of hope that we all had from the activists we work with and the leadership that you all have been bringing for so many years to make climate action just an essential part of how we do business as a state, and to see it manifesting now is so exciting, and like such gratitude to everyone who's kept up the pressure for so many years when that wasn't the case to get us to this point. And then to see the announcement from the federal government that we finally have an administration that's taking it seriously in the way we need, and that opportunity for partnership. So, for these, we always like to wrap with a call to action, how you can stay involved and engaged. And we're still asking to reach out to your senators, if you haven't yet, to be sure that they are talking with their colleagues, and if they're on the Appropriations Committee, that they're supporting this big investment in climate action, that we're setting aside the American Rescue Plan Act money to implement the climate solutions that, as Senator Pearson said, we know we're going to create jobs and help Vermonters save money and do all these great things while also addressing the climate crisis. So that's the big ask. If you have reached out, you could even tie it to this new announcement from President Biden and say, hey, this is really exciting, and Vermont has a great opportunity to be in a leadership role and take strategic advantage of this money. So you could even send a quick reminder if you're one of those great activists who's already reached out. So we will be back with you next week, hopefully with an update on what this has looked like in the state budget. But sincere gratitude again to our fearless co-chairs of the Climate Solution Caucus who have done so much on this and continue to keep pushing. And we will be back in touch, and hope you all enjoy a lovely weekend. Take care.